Greetings, Striker the Hedgefox here. I just want to give everybody a little bit of a demo on where I'm at with TerminalFury. I've made a lot of progress since my last video, and I just want to go through it. And yeah, as you can see, I now have a bit of a main menu. Before, it was just the little bar at the top that was kind of free-floating and barely functional. This also is pretty much barely functional at the moment. Like, obviously, like, these don't work, but quit option works and the new game option does work. It's just like a prototype right now. I need to get everything rigged up. That's the problem. But anyway, I'm going to click new game. You're not going to see anything at the moment because it's opening in a different window. That won't be the case once it's done. But the big thing that I want to show everybody is that I am starting to get terminal velocity and Fury 3 support in. It is a bit broken at the moment. Most of the logic, like most of the game logic, is still Hellbender. So you have Hellbender weapons, Hellbender HUD, and all that stuff in terminal velocity and Fury 3 levels is basically what's going on. But, as you can see, the story screen works. Right now it's just showing the Fury 3 briefing style. Now I'm gonna get the terminal velocity backgrounds and everything else. Once that's in, it'll look like the way it's supposed to in terminal velocity. Add a little bit of spice to the briefing screen to get this little typing sound as it's typing in the letters. Took a little bit of inspiration from the Hellbender briefings there.
Welcome, Counselor. I am Eve.
As you can see, the levels rendered correctly. It looks good.
I am programmed to assist you in securing coalition victory.
As you see,
I will guide you.
I'm using the Valkyrie cannons. That's not what I should be using in this game. But I do have the TV202 ship in the game. And I'm leveraging Hellbender's features. So, for example, I got these particle streams behind the engines. Also, the terrain is smooth garage shaded now, and it is light mapped as well, so mountains will cast shadows depending on the sun direction. They're primitive shadows, like they don't really cast over models and whatnot, but still looks pretty good. As you can see, there's a little bit of darkness right here. This is just kind of nestled in a bit of a valley. On the other side of it, you got sunlight. The terminal velocity and Fury 3 levels aren't quite beatable yet because the mission objective structure is completely broken. Sometimes it'll work, and then you'll just have this weird like issue where it will go to the wrong objective, or the level will just suddenly end for no reason. I'm working on fixing that. I still haven't fully tracked down the cause. But it is loading the navigational files correctly, so I think it's just the processing of the objectives that it's screwed up. Enemy logic is using Hellbender logic as well. I need to add conditional checks for if you're playing TV and Fury 3, and then switch up the AI a bit. Some of the AI between Fury 3 and Terminal Velocity and Hellbender are the same, so I won't have to touch those. Take, for example, there's like the gunboats on Centauri 3 in Terminal Velocity. Those gunboats don't shoot at you correctly, because I think those were changed to static turrets in Hellbender's code. So I need to go and fix that. Ship AI, like as far as the dogfighting enemies like these, they are a lot more nimble than they were in terminal velocity, so it becomes very difficult to hit them with slower weapons like the servokinetic lasers. I'm gonna probably revert those guys' logic back to Fury 3 and terminal velocities as well, but my thought is that I'd like to add the improved AI as an additional difficulty level. So, like, you'll like have your easy, medium, hard, very hard, and then I'll probably add like an additional like nightmare difficulty where you have the more nimble enemies that are also like smarter, because like you got some enemies that will like track you around mountains and stuff like that, or try to close the range with you, because like for example the missile boats on Sebek in Fury 3, normally they would just sit still or very slowly cruise towards you while firing missiles. Under Hellbender logic, those things will freaking go at you. Like, they'll bob and weave, they'll try to close the distance, they'll lead their missiles to try to hit you. Like, they're freaking brutal. So, I'd like to preserve some of that in this. Perhaps with a different difficulty level for Terminal Velocity. Because obviously, Terminal Velocity and Fury 3 are not balanced for that, normally. Another thing I got working are the classic tunnels. There's some bugs that I gotta work out with these. You get a random object pop in. The jaws here obviously aren't working correctly. I know how to fix them, I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. The iris doors are working good. I think the reason why you get random object pop in the tunnels now and then is I think the visibility checking algorithm is thinking that there's a ray intersection with the terrain, and so it just doesn't render those, because when you're in a tunnel you're like under the ground yeah, the coordinate system is a bit weird. So I think what's happening is a ray is like colliding with the mountain faces. So I need to go and work that out. So yeah, aside from the mission objectives and all those other things, like it's functioning. Originally, the terminal velocity levels would not load because they're like twice the size of Hellbender's levels, and since the level data is was statically allocated, it would result in a buffer overflow, and just died there, but whatever. But yeah, it would cause a buffer overflow, and it would either crash or it would load the level, but it would be horrifically corrupt and just not work in almost every humanly possible way. And so now what I did is I changed the world system to dynamic allocation for like the height maps and everything else. Had to like fix the nav file loading. I've had to go and do a bunch of other things. World wrapping values, because the way your coordinates wrap around the world is it uses a bit of a bit shifting trick to push your integer value over the wrap point, and it would come out the other side. It's some weird shit. When the world scale changes, those values need to change with it. So I had to write up a formula to like figure out like grid unit scale to the world scale, and then get the shift value from that. And yeah, it was hell, but it's mostly working. Let's go start another new game just to show that some of the other games are working here. Like for example, I can load up Hellbender. I added my own little story screen to Hellbender here. The cinematics are going to be working again as well. I do have a Smacker video library waiting in the wings. I just got to get it rigged up to the engine. So you'll have like the intro cinematics, you'll have the like the in-between level cinematics and all that. But one thing I did is I resurrected the briefing screens for Hellbender, because those were cut originally. I'm gonna do up some graphics, get it all like matching the Hellbender art style. But as you can see, the objective screens are working, and working quite well. There's some things I gotta do, like I have some work in progress changes for the orbit, so that way it's not bobbing up and down the hills. That'll all be sorted.
Welcome, Counselor.
As you can see,
I am Eve. The
Hellbender is coexisting with TerminalFury 3.
Securing coalition victory. I will guide you through every
It's
battle.
coming along.
But winning the world
And yeah,
is up
depending
to
on your
you.
mission, or what game you got selected, your ship and everything else changes with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go back out. And I'm gonna load Fury 3 here. And this is also working quite nicely. You're gonna have some weird model conflicts now and then. These are supposed to be the Fury 3 bunkers, but the Hellbender ones are loaded because the two games are loaded side by side.
Welcome,
I'm gonna
Counselor.
try to
I am
figure
Eve,
out a way to
the Hellbender's enhanced
like,
virtual entity. I am
deconflict
programmed
those
to assist you in
objects.
securing coalition victory. I will guide you through every battle. But winning
Either
the
I'll have to
world is
modify
up
the
to
level
you.
definitions and somehow on the fly. Or another option, I suppose, is doing like a name comparison for the bunker, and then if you're playing Fury 3, load a different name. Because the intention for this port is so that you just have all three games installed in the folder at the same time, and just be able to like hot switch between all of them. And another thing I'm going to do is have it so that modders can cross over assets between games. So like, if they have Fury 3, Turn Velocity, Hellbender all installed, and they want to have, like, say, like, a Hellbender enemies in a Turn Velocity map, or vice versa, they can do so. Kind of like how it is for, like, Z-Doom ports, how you can have, like, strafe enemies in Doom, and so on and so forth. Want to make it easy for you to use anything from all the games. And there'll be things added to the level defs to specify what game a level belongs to, so that way it picks the right system. Right systems, I should say, for the same game. Yeah. The shields are the Rishi message pods for some
Hull
reason.
undamaged. Repairs not required.
That's just because of missing logic. Shield pickups don't work properly either. The larger shield pickups, I should say. Anyway. So, am I gonna luck out this time? How the objective's gonna
Mission
work?
complete. Proceed to jump zone.
Sort of. It just skipped past, like, 3 objectives there. It's actually letting me go to the jump zone this time, though. That's a bit of a difference. Yeah, the behavior is very random, and I'm not sure why. I gotta fucking figure out that mess. But, there we go. Go to my favorite mission in the game, Civic. I think the reason why it's my favorite is because I have a lot of nostalgia for it, thanks to the Fury 3 trial. As you can see, the ships are... they match each campaign, as they should.
Hellion missile secure.
Right now I'm just using, I think I might have said this earlier, but I'm using SideTech X52 POTOS, and gonna get all that working with the game. I'm going to try to get all kinds of different joystick setups working. Got the Sidewinder 3D Pro that's already configured. Cytec, I'm in the process of configuring that today. I have a Logitech Attack 3 that I'm going to get all set up with it. And there'll be preset configurations in the main menu, or in the options menu for it. And obviously you'll be able to have custom bindings and everything too. Like, it'd be kind of stupid not to have that. Oh yeah, here's what I mean about these missile boats. They are a lot more nimble. These guys used to just kind of sit there and shoot at you without doing much. Kind of like what this guy's doing at the moment, but... oh yeah. So yeah, multiple joystick support. Fuck, I also got a Sidewinder Precision Pro being shipped in, and I'm gonna get the controls set up for that. It's one of the only Sidewinder joysticks that I can think of that actually supports USB natively, so that's why I wanted to get it working. I mean, I suppose there's the Precision 2, but Precision 2 kind of sucks. In my honest opinion, anyway. And yeah, there's a little bit of corruption during the loading screen. I have no foggy clue why that's happening. It's almost like it's binding textures in mid-draw, but it's not doing this. That's what makes it ever so baffling. There's probably some way that I can fudge around that and get it working. Probably a lack of a texture bound period, and it just, I don't know, maybe. Also, I need to get that map working still. That's gonna be a pain. But yeah, navigational computers, alright, scale wraps correctly, message screen wraps correctly now, which it wasn't in the last video. Can't really see the wrapping here, so just a second here. Elevator. See, I don't get the corruption on this screen, so I think it has something to do with the fact that it's just doing a screen clear and not drawing anything else before drawing the font. So I think what I'm gonna do is just have it, like, bind to the blank black texture or something like that before trying to draw.
I am Eve, the Hellbender's enhanced virtual entity.
But yeah,
I am programmed
the computer at the top wraps at the right location, and the nav computer does too. It's not bleeding over the edge anymore.
Radar destroyed.
Also, there's been a lot of optimization. This is running a lot faster than it used to. Texture lookups are no longer a linear search. It's using a hash map now. So, like...
Troop transport destroyed.
Like, trying to find a matching texture name doesn't take an eternity, half in computer cycle time.
Mission objective detected.
CPU cycle time, I should say, but it's no fucking difference, I guess.
Viper missiles secured.
You know what I mean. The old system was slow as fuck.
Communications relay station destroyed.
It certainly made a difference because there was like nearly a 30 frame per second difference in this map alone from that change. Now, mind you, losing 30 frames when you have like hundreds of frames per second is not the end of the world, but optimization's still good, and obviously if this wasn't running on a particularly fast computer like a netbook or whatever, you'd suffer. So it's good to have that taken care of. Anyway.
Mission objective detected.
Alright, where are my Vipers? There.
Troop transport destroyed.
Do I have any? No, I don't. Okay. Not getting away from me.
Warning. Weapon energy low.
Energy low, I can fix that real quick.
Troop transport destroyed.
Yeah.
Sledgehammer rockets secured. Energy boost secured.
Thank you for
Energy
the energy.
boost secured.
Got the
Sledgehammer
energy
rockets
assignment set to the
secured.
hats there, so that's nice and convenient.
Dispersion cannon secured. Legion missiles secured.
So left and right is your energy reserves, and then up and down are your weapon selection. And of course, I also got my POV hat. Alright. Turbo. It's turbo time. What a pervert, I'm just looking for a turbo
Troop
man doll.
transport destroyed. Troop transport destroyed. Troop transport destroyed.
Oh, shit, close! For fuck's sake. Thank you. Had a brain fart there. Scrambling for my weapons. Still getting used to this new setup.
Energy boost secured.
Oh, don't want that guy to get away.
Transport destroyed.
Mission objectives seem to be working here, at least, so... It's only in terminal velocity and Fury 3 it's messed up, so... That's good to know. That's right, I need to get a button set up for beacons. I should... Either I can make that the top button there, and maybe the side button. I haven't decided yet.
Checkpoint reached. Viper missiles secured. Warning. Weapon energy low. Mission objective detected. Danger. Hull damage critical.
That's not good. Ah, you tit. I was not fast enough on the trigger. But, anyway, as you can see, everything's working pretty good, aside from the things I've mentioned, so... Anyway, I'm gonna keep on working at it, and hopefully I'll have something good going in the foreseeable future. I still have no idea when this is going to be released officially. I... still so much fucking work ahead of me. Hopefully I don't burn out by then. It's been...
Mission objective
The only problem with me going so hard as I am right now is just... I run out of gas very quickly. But, that said, I get a lot done in that time. As you guys can see.
Dispersion cannon
Because
secured.
I originally anticipated getting turbo velocity support like 2 or 3 years from now. But I already got a prototype going, so What can you say? Anyway, thanks for watching, and take care.